you know, this is my life, you know, it's going to be what it is. I mean, it's going to make a much better movie probably than a life.
Yes, the channels are, open still.
I really hope so.
Cher, the queen of pop, may look like the epitome of glamour and success, but it's hard to look at her now without acknowledging the challenging journey she's currently navigating. Cher's life, once filled with triumphs and chart-topping hits, is now veiled in a different light. In this video, we'll explore the untold struggle she faces today, painting a portrait that might make it difficult for fans to see her the same way. So, imagine it's 1946, and Sherilyn Sarkeesian, better known as Cher, makes her grand entrance into the world. Her mom, Georgia Holt, was a Southern beauty with a flair for the dramatic, an actor and singer-songwriter who walked down the aisle 6 times with 5 different fellas. Talk about a wild ride in the romance department. Now, here's the kicker. Cher, along with her half-sister Georgianne, was largely raised by her bohemian, single mom superstar. Georgia was a force to be reckoned with, let me tell you. But hold on to your hats, because Cher didn't actually meet her truck-driving dad, John Sarkeesian, until she hit the ripe old age of 11. Can you believe it? Let's talk about her pops for a second. John was an all-American trucker with a charming personality that could light up a room. But there's always a but, right? He had a bit of a sketchy past, a touch of larceny, if you will. Criminal past and all, Cher still remembers him as a charmer of all charmers. Cher's mom, Georgia, was a mix of love and a hot-tempered Southern spirit. Picture this Southern belle dishing out some good old discipline with a side of, "My mom was from the South and it was kind of the thing." Yep, Cher got a taste of her mom's fiery side. But let's not forget that Georgia was also the ultimate champion for her daughter. As Cher herself spilled the tea to Parade, her childhood was what you might call pretty rocky. Our girl Sherilyn had a bit of a roller coaster ride, living with her grandparents and even spending a stint in an orphanage. Can you believe it? I mean, seriously, can you imagine the queen of pop spending time in an orphanage? Life is full of surprises, my friends. Now, let's talk about this mother's superior character. According to Cher's mom, she was a real piece of work. Vanity Fair spilled the beans on a heart-wrenching tale where Cher's mom would peer through a little window watching her baby girl standing in the crib crying. I mean, who does that? Apparently, this mother superior wanted to put Cher up for adoption. Talk about a tough start to life. And here's the kicker. Cher's mom had this habit of dating a colorful array of men. Now, I'm not talking about your regular Joe. We're talking about a variety pack that can make your head spin. This meant Cher's circumstances could do a complete 180 overnight. She revealed to Vanity Fair that she felt self-conscious about her attire and recalled the times they had financial difficulties. "Jesus Christ, Cher, we can't afford shoes. Stop this," her mom would say. Rubber bands around the shoes to keep the soles on. That's the realness Cher brought to the school fashion game. Life for young Sherilyn was like a crazy roller coaster. One week, they're chowing down on a can of stew or beans, and the next, they're rubbing shoulders with the elite in Beverly Hills. Talk about a whirlwind. Cher herself described it as a very strange life. No kidding, right? Now, let's talk about school. Spoiler alert, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park for Cher. Why, you ask? Well, our girl Cher struggled with dyslexia her whole life. But fear not, because Cher's mom was her ultimate cheerleader. According to The Guardian, Cher fondly recalled her mom saying, "It doesn't matter, school is not important." And get this, when young Sherilyn pointed out that she couldn't tell numbers apart and they looked like a bunch of confusing hieroglyphics, her mom dropped some serious wisdom. When you grow up, you're going to have somebody else do numbers for you. Now that's what I call a supportive mom. Cher opened up to ET Canada about the hurdle she faced due to dyslexia, even with her mother's unwavering support. "And so, I couldn't read," she shared. It wasn't until later in life, thanks to none other than Sonny Bono, that Cher found her literary groove. Sonny gifted her the Saracen blade, and guess what? Cher read it at her own pace, fell head over heels for it, and bam! The love for reading was ignited. Who knew a good book could work such wonders? Cher didn't stop there. She became a dyslexia champion, encouraging schools to support young dyslexic minds and help them embrace their unique ways of learning. Cher, the advocate for embracing your quirks. We stand a queen. On social media, she's not just throwing out your everyday words. No. She's using emojis like a pro to express herself. In one epic Instagram post, she spilled the tea saying, "FYI, I'm dyslexic and use emoji as hieroglyphs." Talk about a modern-day hieroglyphic communicator. Cher, a fearless 16-year-old, decides it's time to spread her wings and take on the world. She packs her bags, leaves home, and fate leads her to the bustling streets of Los Angeles. Little did she know, her life was about to change forever. Enter Sonny Bono, a 27-year-old with dreams as big as the Hollywood sign. Cher spills the tea in her autobiography, The First Time, revealing that she was drawn to anything different, and Sonny was the epitome of that. Picture this. Sonny strolls through the door, and Cher is utterly fascinated. In her own words, "And I actually thought to myself, something is different now. You're never going to be the same." The plot thickens as Cher, captivated by this bizarre-looking man, takes the plunge and moves in with Sonny. Little did they know this was the beginning of a romantic and creative partnership that would shake the foundations of the music industry. Hits like "I Got You, Babe" were just waiting to be born from the magic they created together. With hits like the timeless classic "I Got You, Babe" and their very own TV show, Cher and Sonny skyrocketed to fame faster than you can say iconic duo. They were the ultimate power couple, ruling the charts as a singing duo, tickling funny bones as a comedy act, and sealing the deal as husband and wife. Now here's cool information. The toy maker Mego saw an opportunity to immortalize the charismatic pair in the form of dolls. Oh, but these weren't just any dolls. They were Sonny and Cher dolls, miniaturized versions of the dynamic duo that had captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. But here's where it gets truly sensational. When these dolls hit the shelves, the Cher doll reportedly outshone even the mighty Barbie. That's right, the queen of pop culture, Cher, had not only dominated the music and television scenes, but had also become a sensation in the toy aisle. Their first film venture, Chastity, written by Sonny Bono, didn't exactly set the box office on fire. In fact, it was a flop that not only left their reputations bruised, but also plunged them into debt. Cher spilled the tea to Jimmy Fallon, reminiscing about the tough times after their initial fame. "Sonny and I were really famous, and then our career just went off a hill," she confessed. Picture this, the dynamic duo, once on top of the world, found themselves with no money, no jobs, and a whopping debt of $278,000 owed to the government. They were officially broke. Despite the picture-perfect facade they painted with their cheerful pop songs, Cher revealed in a candid interview with Vanity Fair that their marriage wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. "Sonny didn't even love me, I don't think," she confessed, dropping a truth bomb that left fans reeling. Can you believe it? Cher didn't hold back, implying that fame had turned Sonny into a controlling womanizer. In her own words, "Sonny did a couple of things, treating me more like the golden goose rather than his wife." Ouch! That's gotta sting! But wait, there's more! Cher spilled even more tea, reflecting on Sonny's tight grip on their relationship. "I wouldn't have left him if he hadn't had such a tight grip." Such a tight grip. Cher, the undeniable talent of the dynamic duo, spilled the tea on the harsh reality of their financial arrangements. "I worked really hard for that money, and it never occurred to me that he would take it," she lamented. Shockingly, Sonny ended up with a whopping 95% of their hard-earned cash, leaving Cher with just a meager 5%, and you better believe some of that went straight to the lawyers. Now, let's fast forward to 1975, the year Cher decided enough was enough. She filed for divorce, ending their 11-year partnership, both personally and professionally. But the heartbreak didn't stop there. Cher, the queen of pop, found herself in a situation where she had to hand over $2 million on top of everything else. Why? Because, as she puts it, she didn't carry out the contract for Sonny and Cher as a couple. One might expect Cher to be furious, right? Well, the truth is even more perplexing. Cher revealed, "The day we got our divorce, he grabbed me, bent me backwards, and kissed me, and we were hysterical. I couldn't keep angry with him for some reason." Talk about an emotional roller coaster. After parting ways with Sonny Bono, Cher had her eyes set on a comeback. And boy, did she deliver. Her solo follow-up to the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour, aptly titled Cher, was an absolute hit. Even Sonny himself had predicted that America will hate you and you won't have a job. but Cher proved him undeniably wrong. Cher's solo venture soared to success, reaffirming her status as a powerhouse in the entertainment industry. Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen, Sonny's competing show, The Sonny Comedy Review, didn't quite hit the mark. It tanked after just one season, leaving Cher with a victory in the battle of post-divorce television. Despite her television triumphs, Cher faced some stormy seas in the realm of recording artistry. Her 1975 album Stars struggled to find its place and stalled at a not-so-impressive 153 on the Billboard 200. Unfortunately, her next musical endeavor, 1976's I'd Rather Believe in You, fared even worse, a commercial flop that failed to chart at all. Cher's troubles continued with her post-Sonny efforts. The 1977 album Cherished also failed to make any chart waves, even teaming up with her new husband, Southern rocker Gregg Allman, for 1977's To the Hard Way, credited to Allman and Woman, turned out to be a misfire. Their clashing styles failed to excite public interest, leaving fans of either artist unimpressed. To add salt to the wound, in 1978, according to TV Party, Warner Brothers terminated Cher's contract. It was a tough period for the pop icon, but we all know Cher is nothing if not resilient. In the midst of the drama surrounding her divorce from Sonny Bono, Cher found herself in the arms of Southern rocker Gregg Allman, the vocalist for the Allman Brothers Band. Talk about a quick turnaround. Just 3 days after finalizing her divorce from Bono in 1975, Cher and Allman tied the knot. But hold on to your hats, because the plot thickens. A mere 9 days later, Cher filed to dissolve the marriage. It was a short-lived union that left everyone scratching their heads. Cher, having been somewhat sheltered from the wild side of the music business by both Sonny Bono and her former boyfriend, record producer David Geffen, found herself ill-prepared to navigate Allman's struggles with alcoholism and heroin abuse. Quoting from J. Randy Taraborelli's biography of Cher, Entertainment Weekly reports that Allman was in such a state of impairment that he couldn't even comprehend that Cher was ending the marriage. He was so high he didn't even understand me, Cher revealed, shedding light on the tumultuous end of this whirlwind romance. Hold on to your emotions, because Cher's love story takes another twist. After a brief separation, Gregg Allman pledged to get clean and sober, leading to a reconciliation with Cher. However, the strains on their relationship intensified when Cher decided to reunite with Sonny Bono for a reboot of their successful variety show in 1976. This move added further complexity to the already tumultuous dynamics of Cher's personal life, and it eventually led to Allman filing for divorce. In a surprising turn of events, Allman had a change of heart when he discovered that Cher was pregnant with their son, Elijah Blue. The couple remained married for a little longer, but the roller coaster ride finally came to an end in 1978 when they decided to part ways for the last time. In 2017, Gregg Allman lost his battle with liver cancer at the age of 69. Cher, grappling with the loss, took to Twitter to express her grief, simply stating, "Words are impossible." Post Gregg Allman, Cher ventured into a new chapter by signing with Casablanca Records. However, disco was dominating the charts at the time, and the label was eager for Cher to ride the disco wave. Despite considering herself a rock artist, Cher reluctantly went along with the plan and recorded the album Take Me Home, leaning into the dance-oriented pop sound. To everyone's surprise, the title track of the album turned out to be the hit Cher needed. It not only revived her recording career, but also recast her as a disco diva, following in the footsteps of legends like Donna Summer. Cher's ability to reinvent herself struck gold once again. However, the sequel didn't quite match the success of the first act. Her next album, Prisoner, released later in the same year, was initially intended to showcase both Cher's rock and disco sides. Yet, Cher's insistence on including less danceable material took a toll, and Prisoner failed to chart. It seemed like history was repeating itself. In 1980, Cher decided to double down on her rock star aspirations by forming the band Black Rose with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, guitarist Les Dudek. Finally, Cher got the chance to showcase her talents as the lead singer in a hard rock band. The band released a single self-titled album, delivering a straight-ahead, rough-around-the-edges rock and roll sound, complete with biting lyrics and screaming guitars. However, there was a twist in the tale. Despite Cher's prominent role in the band, her name was noticeably absent from the album's cover. This confusion left fans scratching their heads, and unfortunately, it translated to dismal sales. The experiment of Black Rose came to an end by 1982, along with Cher's relationship with Dudek, a chapter closed for good. With her music career navigating stormy waters, Cher, the eternal chameleon of entertainment, decided to cast her spell on the silver screen. The year was 1983, and Cher landed a supporting role in the film Silkwood, rubbing shoulders with none other than the formidable Meryl Streep and the dashing Kurt Russell. This cinematic gem, inspired by the real-life tale of atomic energy whistleblower Karen Silkwood, not only raked in respectable box office returns, but also catapulted Cher into the limelight with critical acclaim. But wait, there's more! Cher's performance in Silkwood wasn't just a blip on the radar. She dazzled the awards circuit, bagging a Golden Globe and clinching an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. The spotlight was hers, and Cher was just getting started. Fast forward to more cinematic triumphs, from the heart-wrenching drama of Mask to the nail-biting suspense of Suspect. Cher proved she was more than just a music sensation. She was a silver screen sorceress weaving tales of emotion and intrigue. Yet, the grand finale of this cinematic spectacle arrived in 1987 with the romantic comedy masterpiece Moonstruck. Cher not only stole scenes but hearts, earning herself the coveted Oscar for Best Actress. The 80s drew to a close, and Cher, like a phoenix, soared higher than ever. But hold on to your wigs, because Cher wasn't done conquering. In 1989, she unleashed the chart-topping hit If I Could Turn Back Time, a sonic comeback that echoed through the decades. Just as Cher was basking in the glow of her greatest career successes, fate, ever the unpredictable maestro, had another card to play. A blow that would momentarily dim the spotlight on both her film and music endeavors. Picture this. The year is 1987, and Cher, amidst the glitz and glamour of filming The Witches of Eastwick, discovers she has contracted the Epstein-Barr virus. Little did she know, the full force of this insidious disease would only reveal itself later. As recounted by Vanity Fair, Cher soldiered on through the filming process, only to feel the brunt of the Epstein-Barr virus in the subsequent years. In her own words to the New York Times, "For 2 years, I couldn't work. It was terrible. I ended the second year with pneumonia." Imagine the frustration, offers pouring in, dreams within reach, but all slipping away due to circumstances beyond her control. All those blockbuster movie offers? Cher had to turn them down. The hiatus was agonizing, and when she finally returned, it was like starting from square one. Cher, the indomitable force of nature, had to work her way back up, proving that setbacks are just setups for comebacks. Life for her first husband, Sonny, was not easy as well. As the 1980s unfolded, the spotlight dimmed on Sonny Bono's entertainment career without Cher by his side. However, the resilient showman wasn't ready to take a backseat just yet. In 1988, Bono pivoted toward a whole new stag, the world of politics. Can you believe it? With a successful bid for mayor of Palm Springs, California, Sonny Bono showcased his knack for reinvention. Gone were the days of singing and dancing. Now, he was stepping into the conservative arena, charting a path into the political landscape. In 1992, undeterred by a previous setback, Bono set his sights higher, running for the Senate. Although victory eluded him in the Senate race, Bono's ambitions for national office burned bright. In 1994, he pulled off a political coup, getting elected to Congress as a representative of California's 44th District. Talk about a showbiz star turned political powerhouse. The curtain may have fallen on Sonny and Cher's on-screen partnership, but Sonny Bono found a new stage, a political one, where he continued to captivate audiences in an entirely different way. In January 1998, Sonny Bono, the entertainer turned politician, was on vacation in the snowy haven of Aspen, Colorado. Tragically, his journey met an untimely end in a skiing accident, leaving a void in the political landscape and the hearts of many. News of Bono's passing reached Cher while she was in London, and in a poignant display of love and grief, she immediately flew to Los Angeles. As reported in a 1998 article from the Washington Post, Cher, no stranger to the spotlight, shared a tearful eulogy for her ex-husband, praising him for his intelligence and foresight. He was smart enough to take an introverted 16-year-old girl and a guy with a bad voice and turn them into the most successful, beloved couple of our generation. an emotional Cher declared. He allowed himself to be the butt of our jokes, but people don't realize he created Sonny and Cher. He knew what was right for us. Now, you may be wondering how difficult her life was, but there is one incident that could end her success and life in an instant. Here comes the twist. The year is the 1980s, and Cher's acting ambitions are soaring to new heights. But little did she know that her journey to the stage would soon take a terrifying turn. It all unfolded during her first ever onstage gig in the drama Come Back to the Five and Dime Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean. As New York Magazine noted, this project was a daunting leap for Cher, stepping into unfamiliar territory with the weight of expectations resting heavily on her shoulders. But the real drama unfolded before one fateful performance. As Cher arrived at the theater, little did she know that she was about to encounter a threat that would redefine the meaning of stage fright. A stranger lurked in the shadows, ready to strike, and in a split second, Cher's life flashed before her eyes. The stage door became a battleground, and Cher's life hung in the balance. It was a moment of sheer terror, a brush with danger that could have ended her success and life in an instant. In a spine-chilling account to The Guardian, Cher revealed the terrifying details. "I thought he was going to shake my hand, and he grabbed my arm and put it behind my back. The stranger, fueled by malice, began pushing her down a dimly lit hallway, delivering a spine-tingling threat. 'If you make a sound, I'll kill you.' But here's where fate intervened. Two fans who would later become Cher's friends sensed something was amiss. They had been waiting to catch a glimpse of their idol when the horrifying scene unfolded. Without a moment's hesitation, they started screaming and sprinted toward Cher, sending the assailant fleeing into the shadows. The traumatic incident left Cher haunted by fear, reshaping her relationship with encounters on the streets. As she candidly expressed, "People rush you, and you don't know if they're going to kill you or take your picture. Either way, I don't like it." But for Cher, it was not enough to make her stop. While the 80s and early 90s had Cher flexing her rock chops, she decided to throw a curveball that would once again make waves across the charts. Picture this: Cher, the eternal reinventor, scored yet another top 40 hit with the mainstream pop cover of the Shoop Shoop song, "It's in His Kiss." The track, featured on the soundtrack for Mermaids, catapulted Cher back into the pop limelight, proving that her musical prowess knew no boundaries. But that wasn't the end of the story. Cher, ever the dance floor queen, strutted her stuff in the clubs with the single One by One, a track from her 1996 album, It's a Man's World. The beats were pulsating, the energy infectious. Cher once again asserted her dominance in the ever-evolving landscape of pop. In 1998, Cher unleashed the electrifying album Believe, a musical masterpiece that marked a bold shift into the realm of dance and electronica. The up-tempo title track Believe wasn't just a hit, it became a global sensation, selling millions of copies and earning Cher a Grammy for Best Dance Recording. But it didn't stop there. Believe sparked a trend that reverberated across the music industry, with producers worldwide embracing the distinctive sound of vocoders inspired by Cher's iconic track. The anthem of empowerment, Strong Enough, further solidified Cher's reign on the dance charts, proving that her music not only resonated with fans, but also set the pulse for a new era of dance pop. In 2003, NBC treated fans to a front row seat at one of Cher's electrifying live performances with Cher, the Farewell Tour. This televised extravaganza wasn't just a concert. It was a visual and auditory feast that earned Cher's Farewell Tour a whopping 6 Emmy nominations. But the accolades didn't stop there. The program walked away with 3 well-deserved Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Variety, Music or Comedy Special, Outstanding Camera Work, Video for Miniseries, Movie or Special, and Outstanding Costumes for a Variety or Music Program. But Cher's heart was as generous as her talent. In 2006, she opened the doors to her glamorous world, auctioning off furniture, paintings, and personal items from her Malibu home. The auction, a dazzling affair, fetched a staggering $3.5 million. What makes it even more special? A portion of the proceeds flowed into the Cher Charitable Foundation, showcasing Cher's commitment to making a difference in the world. 2 years after bidding farewell, Cher defied her own retirement plans and made a triumphant return to the spotlight. In 2008, she graced the iconic stage at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas with a show-stopping spectacle titled Cher at the Coliseum. The debut on May 6, 2008, marked the beginning of a sensational series that would keep audiences enthralled for years to come. By the time the curtains closed on the final performance in February 2011, Cher had mesmerized her fans with an impressive 192 shows. The Coliseum, known for hosting legendary performances, bore witness to Cher's enduring star power and the undeniable fact that her talent knew no bounds. In September 2013, after a 12-year hiatus, Cher treated fans to a musical feast with the release of Closer to the Truth. This album, as she proudly declared to Reuters, was her best effort ever, and indeed, it proved to be a resounding success. The dance chart lit up with hits like Woman's World, Take It Like a Man, and I Walk Alone, showcasing Cher's enduring prowess in the ever-evolving world of music. In March 2014, Cher embarked on a tour to promote Closer to the Truth, but a kidney infection unfortunately led to the cancellation of some dates. But you know Cher, setbacks are just setups for comebacks. Fast forward to February 8, 2017, and Cher returned to the stage with a bang, launching her classic Cher show at the Park Theater at the Monte Carlo Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. This tour de force performance featured her greatest hits and dazzling costumes designed by the legendary Bob Mackie. Not one to rest on her laurels, Cher continued to make waves in the music industry. In October 2023, she gifted the world with her first Christmas album, aptly titled Christmas, featuring duets with luminaries like Cyndi Lauper, Darlene Love, Michael Bublé, Stevie Wonder, and Tyga. Cher's holiday magic reached new heights. The album's first single, DJ Play a Christmas Song, soared to #1 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary and Dance Electronic Song Sales charts in December 2023, solidifying Cher's status as the only solo artist with a #1 song on a Billboard chart in 7 consecutive decades. Cher's personal life is as captivating as her stage presence, with 2 marriages and 2 children who have made their own mark on the world. From her first marriage to the late Sonny Bono, Cher welcomed her son, Chaz Bono, into the world. Originally named Chastity, Chaz underwent a transition from female to male in 2008. Cher's second son, Elijah Blue Allman, born in 1976, came from her relationship with musician Greg Allman. While her marriage to Allman was brief, their union brought forth a talented son who followed in his parents' musical footsteps. Through the highs and lows of her personal life, Cher's love for her children shines bright. They are a testament to her resilience and strength as a mother, and their individual journeys add depth to the rich tapestry of Cher's legacy. Hit that subscribe button for more life-inspiring stories. Until next time, may love and resilience light your way.